episode 2 of the Football Express podcast. And we're going to start with the big breaking news that came out yesterday of Gerard Pique's retirement. So I think it came as a shock to everyone, really. Most people were expecting him to leave Barcelona or retire at the end of the season. But news came out from nowhere, really, yesterday that tomorrow's match on Saturday against Almeria will be Pique's last match. But some people are saying he said it's his last match at the Camp Nou. So I think Barcelona are playing next week as well in midweek, so possibly that might be his last match. But it will be his last match at the Camp Nou tomorrow. And what a glorious career really for Pique. Now the last few years, not just for him personally, but for Barcelona, has been a big mess. But I think you have to remember the player he was at his peak and how good he actually was. Just going to list off some of his titles. I think he's won 35 or 36 trophies in his career. Something like 8 La Ligas, 7 Copa del Rey, 6 Super Copa de Españas, 1 Premier League with Man United, 1 EFL Cup, 1 Community Shield, 4 Champions Leagues, 3 UEFA Super Cups, 3 World Club Cups, 1 World Cup, 1 Euro Championship. So incredible career, really. I don't think there's a trophy probably hasn't won. So like I said, a lot of people have a lot of Barcelona fans about Pique, about a lot of the older Barca players there now, Busquets, Alba, about the old guard, really, about how some of the big losses like to Roma, Liverpool, how they caused it or they were to blame. But I think for everything that he's done, you just have to say thank you, really, and just appreciate what he did and what he was part of at Barcelona during the glory days under Guardiola, really, and Luis Enrique. So yeah, thank you. And like I said, Pique's family long affiliation with Barcelona. I think his granddad is a member and has been a representative of Barca for a long time, and I think his granddad's surname is Bernabeu, so which is quite funny in a way. So even at the end of the video that Pique done yesterday, he was looking up to the stands. So he'll be back as president probably sometime soon, and maybe with Pique leaving, this opens up a greater chance of Messi returning as well. So that would be great to see as well if Messi comes back. Obviously, I think they've had a bit of a falling out, Messi, because Pique told Laporta that if Messi leaves, that Barcelona would have missed him. So I don't think they're on good terms at the moment, Pique and Messi. And I think that Messi said he would only come back if Pique wasn't there. So maybe we'll see what happens. Messi's been linked with MLS in the last few days. Also, Pique, I think one of the things is he wasn't playing, but also in terms of Barcelona's financial situation as well, with them not being in the Champions League anymore. I think he's deferred his wages, or he's owed. He would have been owed 30 million had he fulfilled his contract, so he's kind of given that up. So obviously he doesn't need the money really, but still that's a lot of money. And like I said, with him being a lifelong Barcelona fan and the affiliation that him and his family have with the club, if he has done it for those reasons as well, then obviously that's a great gesture from him. So yeah, a great career, and I'm sure we'll see him back in football soon. Somewhere he already owns a club, I think, in Spain, so he'll be back in some capacity, and I think he's like fourth in the all-time list of Barcelona appearances. So Messi has like 778, then Xavi with 767, Busquets with 694, and then Iniesta with 674, and then Pique with 614. So a magnificent career. Um, and let's see how the Camp Nou react to him tomorrow. Moving on, Champions League. So Napoli lost to Liverpool, and not flattered Liverpool, but I watched Napoli. It's good to watch them play. So probably give Liverpool a little boost now for their match on Sunday against Tottenham. Mohamed Salah first to score 5 Champions League games in a row since Steven Gerrard. Bayern are the first team to win all 6 matches in the group stages for 3 seasons in a row. And I think I saw a stat earlier today somewhere about Manuel Neuer having 100% save percentage in the group stages, which I can't quite believe. I'm not sure if it's true or not, so I'm gonna have to check that out. And also, just on Manuel Neuer, I think it was in the on social media this week that he's had some surgery for skin cancer on his face. So hopefully everything's well with him, and yeah, hopefully everything's well with him. What else have we got? Yeah, we've got Atletico Madrid finishing bottom of the group as well. For the first time ever, I think. And Atletico Madrid are in a funny stage, really, because it's almost like they can't sack Simeone. But for me, the size of the club, the stadium, they should be playing a lot better football, a lot more front foot football. And we'll see how long Simeone lasts. Whether this is his last season, but obviously finishing bottom of your group is not a good look. And I think Real Madrid are the only Spanish team that have gone through. So that's not a good look for La Liga, but hopefully we'll see what happens next season. And you never know, Real Madrid might go on to win it again still. So yeah, Real Madrid with a convincing win as well against Celtic, which means Carlo Ancelotti has 102 wins in the Champions League, which equals Alex Ferguson. But some people were saying it's actually 103. But I think there was the Milan derby in 04-05 where somebody came on the pitch with a motorbike or something like that, and the match had to get cancelled, so that result didn't count. So I think Ancelotti is equal with Ferguson at the moment, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to beat that record in the next match or two. Also in the Champions League this week, PSG finished second, and this was quite incredible, really. Benfica scoring, I think it was João Mario in the 92nd minute with like 30 seconds left of injury time. So Benfica, I think everything was level, and it's gone on the 7th denominator or something like that. So Benfica topped the group on away goals, which means PSG could, just off the top of my head, they could get Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern Munich, Napoli, Tottenham, and I think it's Porto. So I don't think I've missed anyone out. So those are the teams that PSG could face, and you'd probably make them favourites even against Napoli, even though Napoli are one of the best teams in Europe at the moment. But for the front three of PSG, I think you'd probably make them favourites against them, Porto and Tottenham. But against Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Man City, it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. So we'll see what happens there with the draw for the next round being on Monday. So we'll have another podcast probably after that draw is made. We'll have another one out. And let's see what else have we got here. So yeah, this weekend is looking very interesting, well, especially Sunday. I'll just run you a quick through the matches that we're going to have on Sunday. So we've got Chelsea versus Arsenal, and that is a 12 p.m. kickoff, and these are all UK times, by the way. So midday kickoff for that Chelsea versus Arsenal. Tottenham versus Liverpool at 4:30. We've got Roma versus Lazio derby 5 p.m. We've got a big match in Italy again, Juve versus Inter, 7:45 p.m. kickoff. We've got the Seville derby, Real Betis versus Seville, 8 p.m. That's one derby that I'm gonna try and get to very, very soon. Incredible atmosphere. It's supposed to be one of the best cities for football in the whole world, Seville. So yeah, and then we have also Marseille vs Lyon in Ligue 1 at 7:45 p.m. as well on the Sunday. So just in front of the TV all day, really, on a Sunday. One, two, three, six matches, six matches. So yeah, your Sunday is pretty packed out from there. And I'm just trying to think of if there's anything else that we've got to cover. Um, World Cup's coming up, obviously, in a couple of weeks. Quite a few teams are getting, teams and players getting injuries. Who is it? Son's had his operation today, I think, on a fractured left cheek. Tino Werner, he's out of the World Cup. He's not going to be back until in the new year. And Ben Chilwell pulled up with a hamstring as well. I'm not sure. I think they said that it was supposed to be today when they found out the extent of it. So he's looking unlikely as well. So it's going to be interesting to see in the next week. I think not this weekend. The next weekend is the final round of fixtures for all the teams. So it's going to be interesting. We could get some funny results this in the next weekend or two, because you might have some of the players, I don't know, maybe shaking out of some of the challenges or just being a bit wary, because like I said, the World Cup's only two starts on the 19th, I think, of November, and where are we at now? We're on the 4th of November. Yeah, so just over 2 weeks, and there's no time. Like usually the World Cups, you have time at the end of the season for players to recover, but I think they're going straight in. So the leagues end on the 13th, and then the World Cup starts a week later. So it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Lot of noise about the World Cup as well from FIFA as well, giving a statement. So um, yeah, we'll find out what's going to happen, and then probably we'll be doing a podcast every day for the World Cup. We'll try anyway, because I think for the group stages there might be 4 matches a day. So that's going to be a lot of topics. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot to talk about, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Pretty sure there will be a lot of talking points on and off the pitch. We'll try and keep it on the pitch as much as possible. But yeah, thank you for listening, and have a good weekend, and we shall see you on Monday. Take care. Bye.